Nice to see you the other day. I just want to cover the couple of points that we discussed during that lesson. We covered really mainly 2 points. One was your weight transfer and the other one was the rotation of your forearms during the golf swing. So we just highlight here now the weight transfer. We're looking at the 2 positions. The video on the left is what we took early on in the session. The video on the right is the video we took later on in the session after we worked on a few things. So the circle on your head there is just going to highlight the movement, and also the line down the middle of your chest is also going to indicate where your swing centres are and where your weight position is during that golf swing as well. So the video on the left, if we have a quick look at the movement during the swing, as we discussed and highlighted that your swing just drifts a little bit to the right during the backswing, but then you've got no weight transfer towards the target or towards the golf ball, allowing you hit to make that consistent shot. You can see there's your upper centre is behind the red line, and your head is now out of that circle. Again, a little bit right of the golf ball or behind the golf ball, creating a position where now your upper body and the bottom of your golf swing is behind the golf ball, causing you to either catch the ground first or hit the golf ball halfway up or on the upswing on the way through. So what we worked on was that weight transfer, the movement in the backswing and the movement or the weight transfer to the left hand side, allowing you to get back into position to create a much more consistent shot. So if we take a look at your golf swing now later on in the session, again they've still got the movement to the right, although not as far as it was previously. But as we take you now down into the impact position, you can see now as your body's now starting to move to that left hand side, and as we come to strike that golf ball, a much more consistent strike. The club face now actually working down into the golf ball, and as we look now, as your upper part of your chest is now a couple of inches in front of the line, and your head is now mainly back into that circle. So it's that weight transfer that we need to create that downward strike into the ball to create the consistency that we're looking for. Without that, you're going to hit the ball fat, you're going to hit the ball thin. Occasionally you might even miss the golf ball, but overall it's going to create much more inconsistent shots. Also, as we follow that through a little bit further, looking into your finish positions, as a result of that weight transfer on the second video, your completed swing and your upper body, as we get there, okay, your upper body is now well in front of this red line, and all your weight is now over the top of this left foot, which is the ideal position that we're looking for. On the swing previously, because you had no weight transfer, the line in your body is still pretty much where they started, and your weight position is way back away from that left side, so it's now sort of more centred, as you can see by that red line in the middle of your body. Okay, the next area that we had a quick look at was the rotation of your forearms. So if we just change this swing, put McDonald in. So I was having a look at the rotation of your forearms. So now the forearms need to turn in order for us to make the golf swing, but we need to rotate those forearms again during impact to get the club face rotating and closing down to make sure we get full control over that golf ball. So if I take you into the position at impact, and then we'll look at Luke Donald as his position at impact. Okay, so everything you do up to this position is pretty good, especially now with your new weight transfer. But looking at the rotation a little bit further on, this shot you hit was a good shot. Just drifted off a little bit to the right. So your club face was fairly square at impact, just ever so slightly open. Now we look at Luke Donald now, we take him a few frames further through, as his forearms had turned. We take you a little bit further, and there the difference is that your forearms are rotating a little bit late, and you do have this little bit of a flick which restricts that rotation as well with your hands. But if we look at your position there, the same as Luke's, but there you can't see the glove on Luke's left hand, whereas yours is clearly visible. In the next frame, you can still clearly see the glove on your left hand. Again, can't see Luke's. And as you take it, Luke, a little bit further on, you can just start to see now his left hand, or the glove in his left hand, to pop out underneath. As he's had full rotation of his forehand. And now for yours, on that position, we can still see the top of your glove on the left hand. So we just need to keep that forehand, the right forehand, turning over the top of the left to keep the club face closing down, which will then allow you to hit straighter shots and also keep more control over the golf ball, but even hit draw shots if you need to. So we gave you a couple of drills to work on. First one was really completing a good finish position during the golf swing, which ensured that you transferred that weight across to the left hand side. And also we gave you a drill where you hit golf balls with your feet together, with the ball in the middle, and concentrated on mirror imaging the backswing and the follow through, so that ensures you got full forearm rotation throughout the golf swing. We also ask you to exaggerate the rotation as well and try and hit balls left of your target. So the ball started fairly straight, but then drew to the left of that target. So if you've got any problems with that, just give me a call. Good luck with it, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in a couple of weeks.